Hello, friends, and welcome to Brotherly Love Gaming, the show where two brothers talk through the past, present, and future of our lives in gaming. My name is Alex, and with me here today is my brother Spence.
What's up, guys?
So, big news of the day. The rumored Nintendo Direct turned out to be real, finally. I think I read this was like the longest gap in between Directs that they've ever done. It's kind of interesting.
Yes.
And a lot of big news. So I think we're just
a lot of information.
Just going to run through it kind of in order. No, we don't have a lot of thoughts on everything, but we'll touch on everything at least and at least mention it. Excuse me. I'm also still sick, fair warning, so if I decide to start hacking up my lungs in the middle of this, I apologize in advance. So we'll start with Super Mario Maker 2. They announced right out of the gate.
Yeah.
I saw this was rumored, but I'll eat some of my humble pie here. I'd sort of thought that it wasn't going to happen yet. I was like, they're not going to announce it yet, blah, 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 blah. But they did. Not a whole lot of details. It's coming in June 2019. And I guess you probably didn't play the first one at all because you didn't have a Wii U, and I know you don't have the 3DS version. So
I don't have any interest in the Super Mario Maker games. I think it's literally just a ploy to be like, who can make the hardest level and who can beat it. So I'm
right. Yeah, that's
not
kind of
really
what
a huge
it
fan
turned
of it.
into, but it did get a little memey, but it's fun. I have the DS version. So I also do not have a Wii U. And it's good. I mean, it didn't have all the same functions as the Wii U version, so I'm excited to get it on Switch and have all of the functions right out of the box. Unsure whether or not I'll get it at launch or not, but definitely something interesting. So that was that one. So let's keep moving along. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which had been announced at the Game Awards, but not a lot of information. So now there's more information on it.
Super excited.
Yeah.
So, oh my god. So little backstory. Literally right before we started recording this, I was at my friend's house and we were talking about all the Marvel universe and I was like, God, we really need a new Marvel game. Like, and we started talking about Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I was like, and he mentioned something that happened in the game. I was like, dude, I don't remember that. I haven't played it in years, either of them. And I was like, oh God, how cool would it be if they made a third one? Because I didn't hear about them announcing it at the Game Awards.
Right. Yeah, it was, I think, just an
So
announcement. It's maybe a couple bits of footage, but not much.
so then I watched, you sent me the Nintendo Direct and I see Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I'm like, wait, what the hell? Like, oh my God, this is so cool. So I immediately dive in and I'm watching it and I'm like, wow, this looks kick ass. I'm so excited for that game. That's a game I'm going to be buying on launch day, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I know the multiplayer aspect of it looked pretty interesting. So I think I played some of the original, but that's about it. Like I never finished the game or anything like that. So
Good.
Definitely looked like it could be a lot of fun. Yeah.
So good. Both the first two games are incredible, and I'm super excited to finally get the chance to play a Marvel Ultimate Alliance game. Because fun fact, they took both of the first two off of Steam. So
oh, really?
You can't even buy them anymore unless you buy the originals, which is
that's the problem with digital games, man. Excuse me as I scoot closer to my screen. I'm sitting really far away from my desk right now. Yeah, I'm interested to see what that does. It's also cool that it's a Switch exclusive.
Yeah, I was gonna say because my friend, the one that I was talking about, does not have a Switch, and I literally texted him as soon as I saw that, and I was like, dude. And then I watched it, and it said coming to Switch exclusively, and I was like, haha, like it's only coming to Switch, and he's like, well, I'm just gonna have to buy one, I guess. I was like,
yes. Yeah. Well, I'm sure because of the fact that you can share Joy-Cons, I'm sure you can play the game on a single Joy-Con, and so you guys can probably do it co-op.
I have 4 controllers at this point, so I don't.
True, yeah, true. Once we start collecting 4 controllers, I think I have 5 controllers total between Joy-Cons and Pro controllers.
I have the regular
I have this set up to also do I can connect my PlayStation controller to it as well if I'm really feeling adventurous.
I have 3 wired controllers, and I think I'm receiving a wireless Pro controller tomorrow. So.
Oh, sick. Mine's wired.
So yes,
because I cheaped out. But that's fine. So cool. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order.
The Black Order.
Dealing with Thanos, coming summer 2019.
Thanos and the Black Order. Super excited about that.
Next, they announced a Box Boy game. which is a game that I've seen a little bit of on the DS. It's like a puzzle platforming kind of game. This one's main feature that's co-op. I think it's actually, I just wrote down Box Boy, but I think the game's actually called Box Boy and
Box
Box
Boy
Girl.
and Box Girl, yeah.
Yeah, so 200 stages. It's a lot of stages. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, I might rent it at least and just see, how, like with puzzle co-op games, it's sort of like you don't want to be the person who is solving the puzzle for the other person. So it looks
Yeah.
simple enough that like I like co-op and it's fun. So I might try that. April 26th. We'll see how that goes.
Yes.
Also coming sometime around April is the spring update for Smash Ultimate.
Yes.
Now they officially said that Joker is going to be added to the game before the end of April. No specific date on that, but I imagine it's probably going to come with the next patch. They didn't give a date for when the spring patch is coming. They also said that there's more that they're not even telling you what the spring patch is.
Yeah, they said you're just gonna have to wait and find out.
Yeah, which I
So
think is kind of trolly of them, but
it is. I have no speculations on that. I'm feeling like probably like some sort of new game mode coming into the game since
yeah,
they're very secretive about it and not just like balances and stuff.
right.
Because I feel like if it was just balances, they would say, "Oh, with new balances and bug fixes." But since they're being very secretive, I feel like it's probably more than that.
Yeah, they also said that there's some more amiibo coming. I'm gonna probably get all the Pokemon amiibo because
Pokemon Trainer, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and there was Snake
Snake
and
and one of the Belmonts, I think, right?
it was Simon. Yeah,
Simon.
yeah,
And then afterwards, they announced that like new versions of a couple other amiibo. I think Daisy Link and someone else, I forget who, Young Link,
yeah.
are also getting new amiibo in April, and they're actually different. The Daisy amiibo is different. I have the original Daisy amiibo, and she's just like standing there, and then in the new one she's got like a sort of Mario look on her face.
Right.
So that's Smash. More information as it comes because Nintendo likes to talk about Smash. We'll probably jump to the next couple really quickly here. Captain Toad has some co-op support that is coming now. You can pick it up now.
Yeah, literally all of the stuff for Captain Toad was like, oh yeah, it's available now.
Yep, go get it. I played that game. I rented it from the library, tried it out. I wasn't super into it. I get why people like it, but not really for me. So
Yeah,
that's all I
no,
got to say
not for
about
me
that.
either. Not for me either. But if you like the
Um,
game, it's exciting for you.
Next, we have Bloodstain Ritual of the Night coming.
I have thoughts on this one.
Your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
I do. So I can actually download, or I could have downloaded one of the original Bloodstain games on Xbox because it was, I guess, free with gold or something. And my
Right.
first comment was like, "Why would I want to play this? This is just Castlevania knockoff."
Right.
And then I see this. It looks good, and I like the idea of it's kind of like 3D but 2D platforming as well, and it looks up to date and some cool mechanics. But again, Castlevania ripoff. Not really into the fact that they're ripping it off, but
Right. Well, for some context, the game is it's been in development for like a long time, and it was like one of the big first big to give it an idea of how long it's been in development. One of the first big video game Kickstarters that took off, and it's directed by the same guy who did Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which is like one of the fan favorites. So it's kind of meant as like a spiritual successor to that in a way.
gotcha.
So it's definitely doing the Castlevania thing like on its sleeve, and then they did the other Bloodstained game, which is like in the style of the original NES Castlevania.
The 2D ones, yeah.
So I know a lot of people that are super excited for this game. I've played a lot of the Castlevania games, and I like them. So I'm excited to see this game come out, but I'm also hesitant, just based on it's how long it's been in development. They keep bringing in new developers to help them with it,
And that's how I feel about it too, because
Yeah,
I
so
like Castlevania as well. So
yeah, we'll see how it pans out. I mean, I hope it works out, especially for everybody who paid for the Kickstarter and has been waiting for it for literally years, and the fact that I don't think that they've really mentioned a release window until now. So Nintendo announcing that on the Switch, I think is interesting since this thing predates the Switch by a couple of years.
Yeah, for real.
So that's kind of funny. So yeah, so that's Bloodstained Ritual tonight. If you're waiting for it, you already know, and you're probably very excited about it. And I hope you the best. I'm gonna not gush about Dragon Quest for 20 minutes here for the next two. Dragon Quest Builders 2 looks great. I haven't been able to actually pick up the first one, but I have the demo that I've played a whole bunch of. It's Dragon Quest Minecraft, basically, and it's a very good version of Dragon Quest Minecraft. And I hear the second one's already out in Japan, so I hear it was very, very well received over there. So excited about that.
It's cool. I do have thoughts about the Dragon Quest 11 coming to Switch with
Yeah,
exclusives. From what they said, there's
yeah,
exclusive content for
there's
just the
exclusive
Switch, which is
content.
cool. So I'm kind of glad I
Yes.
didn't buy it on PC now, because I might actually pick this up so that I can
Mhm.
actually play it. Especially since it's on Switch, it'll be more accessible for me to play anywhere. So that's cool.
Yeah, I have the PS4 version that I've only played twice so far because I got it and then Kingdom Hearts came out. I got it for Christmas, then Kingdom Hearts came out. And I don't know, like I think I might end up just like not playing it. I guess I have a ton of other things to play, in the meantime, so it's not as if I'm really desperate to play a game. But they've changed the music, which everybody hates the music in the PS4 and PC versions because it's not orchestrated. It's just like MIDI samples. And this one also has the 2D mode that was in the 3DS version. When the 3DS version ever came over here. And they also said that there's new story stuff for every
Yes.
party member. So and fourth, whatever number of points I'm on right now. Also, it's a very long game, so I'm like, do I want to invest 80 hours between now and then just to pick it up and play it again? So I'm on the fence about it. I'm excited that it's coming to Switch. I also think that it'll be good because I can take it around, and that makes longer games much easier for me to play.
Yeah, you typically like playing Dragon Quest handheld, I feel.
Yeah, well, just because I have most of them handheld is really the thing.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely going to be the way to play the game going forward.
Yes.
So bittersweet moment for me personally as a fan of Dragon Quest. Next game is a game I might get for Liam or something. It's the Disney Tsum Tsum
Disney Tsum
Festival.
Tsum Festival. Yeah. So I actually had thoughts about this. It actually looks really cool.
It does look like a fun little family party game,
Yeah, it looks what I wrote as my note was like it looks like a fun Mario Party style
Mm-hmm.
game, but more interesting. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, just because it's a different style. They also
Yeah.
have one of the like the mode where you can flip the Switch sideways.
Yeah.
Is basically like the mobile game Emoji Blitz, Disney
Yes.
Emoji Blitz, which Brenna, my wife, plays a ton. So
It does not surprise
I'm
me.
sure I'll have to show her that, and she'll be like, "Well, I'm going to get the Switch version of that."
Yes.
Also, there's Jeremy Parrish from Retronauts created this device called the Switch Flip Grip, I think it's called, that lets you dock the Switch handheld mode vertically so you can keep the Joy-Cons on the side instead of like it is, in the video. So
Hmm.
that would be a reason to get that to play this game that way.
Cool.
I like gimmicky things. Speaking of gimmicky things, there's some updates coming to Starlink.
Yes.
The sort of Toys to Life game is better on Switch because Star Fox is in it. It's sort of a secret Star Fox game in disguise.
Yes.
I haven't touched this game. Not really a follower of the Star Fox series. I will say though, pro tip, if you're interested in this, Starlink has sort of been on sale like nonstop the last month or two. So you might as well pick up a copy now before they try to like release a new version or not put it on sale. If
Right.
you get new things.
Not a huge fan of the Star Fox series, but I will say that the updates look pretty cool that they're coming out with.
Mm-hmm. The next two things are both Rune Factory games, which is the sci-fi Harvest Moon. If you're not familiar, have you played any of these games ever?
Nope.
No. Yeah, it's
No, I
literally
never even heard of them up until I watched the direct. So
yeah, I was surprised that they, like, brought it up like it was a really big thing. I mean, I guess maybe especially because Rune Factory 4 coming to Switch is a remaster. I didn't think to check what platform that was originally on. But I know people don't really like where the Harvest Moon series is right now. And Rune Factory is literally, like, I think the original one was called like a sci-fi or a fantasy Harvest Moon or something like that was its original subtitle, you know?
right.
So I don't know. I haven't played them. I don't really have anything else to add to that.
Neither do I.
Next game is a little action RPG called Oninaki. I believe is how you
Yes.
pronounce it. You like the look of
I'm
this thing?
excited. I like the look of this. Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks really cool.
Yeah.
It's a really cool concept from what I was seeing, like
Hmm.
how there's like lost souls and it's to prevent them from monsters, and you have to go back and forth from the other world to the regular world.
Hmm.
I'm into that kind of stuff. I think it's really cool. Um, I'm interested to see how the combat works. Like it looked a little weird on the trailer that they were showing, but maybe if they come out with like a gameplay trailer type of thing, then I'll definitely be interested in looking out for more information on that game.
Right. Cool. Yeah. The developers did I Am Setsuna and Lost Sphere, which are two other JRPGs that have come out in recent years. You know, kind of in the style of classic '90s JRPGs. So obviously they're continuing that trend. Yeah, this one looks interesting. I also would like to see some more about it before deciding if I want to commit to it or not. I haven't played the other games by the developers, so
Yeah, no, neither have I.
that one is summer 2019. So I guess we will stand by for more information.
Yes.
Next, we started getting into some big Nintendo guys here. So Yoshi's Crafted World
Demo released today.
demo is out today. Brenna's playing it right now. I was gonna play that next, and then you were ready, so we'll have to go back to play it. So I saw her starting, and it looks cool. Like I'm excited to see, what it does. My notes on this one were that there's some cool gimmicks in terms of like the different things you can do, the vehicles that they're adding, and the fact that there's viable costumes. I think is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, and that they actually are like not cosmetic and they help,
Hmm.
which is cool.
Hmm. Yeah, it's almost like they're trying to go for like the different suits that Mario has, but not necessarily power ups, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, cute looking game. And that comes out on March 29th. So, a month and a half, we'll have that one. Okay, next up, they spent a good chunk of their direct then talking about Fire Emblem Three Houses,
Three heroes, the three houses. Yes.
which they had previously said was going to be the bulk of the direct. They didn't spend as much time on as I thought they were, but they did get a good amount of time in there. I think it's funny because like my first couple of notes about this are just like, yep, sort of just background lore junk. Great. They're just explaining the world, which is I
Yep.
don't know, sort of super exposition-y boring for me personally.
Yeah.
I
I thought it was really like I skipped through most of it up until like it actually showed what the concept was, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's neat. Like I've played Fire Emblem Awakening, which is obviously 2D compared to this being in 3D. But it seems as if they're really going for the more like relationshipy social aspects of the game. So like in Fire Emblem, one of the big things
Persona
is
style.
yeah, like one of the big things in Fire Emblem is creating relationships between your characters, and they can even like have children and things like that and get married, and that helps them like do better in battles. And they've sort of boosted that stuff in a lot of the last couple entries because people really like that aspect of the series. And this one seems like they're just cranking it up to 12, to the point that you're going to school and hanging out with your classmates and becoming best buddies with everybody. And you know I thought it was interesting. I don't know if they had announced this beforehand because I was not aware of it, but I thought it was kind of funny that the three houses thing refers to the three houses of the school, you know, which
Right.
I guess in a bigger sense refer to the different three areas or nations of the world that they set up in the beginning. But it's
Right.
like, Hogwarts, basically. Fire
Yeah.
Emblem Hogwarts.
Yes. I thought that was funny. I haven't played any Fire Emblem games, so I don't have much to say on it. which is ironic because literally all of the Fire Emblem characters are my favorite in Smash Bros. But
Mm,
you know, um, that's about it.
yeah. Do you think they'll end up adding like one of these characters to Smash in the future?
In the new one,
Yeah,
or
in the current Smash, will one of these characters show up? You don't think?
I, I don't see it happening because you and me had this conversation before.
Mhm.
That you even said you don't think that they're going to add any more people that are in the games that are already being represented in the
Mhm.
game, and I think that's true too because I mean I'd love to see somebody else from Xenoblade Chronicles like Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 would be a cool addition
Right.
uh, for it. And I would love to see another Final Fantasy character, but I don't see it happening. Um, so
Right.
who knows? Who knows? I could be totally wrong, but I would love to see more. The problem with that is that they have so many Fire Emblem characters in that game already. I don't see them adding more because I
Right.
think that's one of the games that has the most representation in Smash already.
Yeah. There's what, like 6 or 7 of them, right? Maybe
Marth,
5, 6.
Ike,
Red,
Lucina, Chrom, Corin,
Robin,
Robin,
Roy.
6,
Did you say Roy?
Roy, no Roy, so 7,
Yeah, I think 7.
7 that I can name off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
I don't
think
see it happening.
your point about them adding characters from series that already have a representative, they made that big deal about how they had apparently wanted to add Rex, but then ran out of time. So they made like a Rex costume that you can use on the Mii's.
Yeah,
And I feel like that they wouldn't have said that if they had an intention to bring him to the game for real. You know?
yeah,
Yeah, I could see just because Fire Emblem is so like insanely popular in Japan, and they want they obviously want those characters to have representation so much. I could see them just tossing in one of those characters at some point in the future as like a surprise update. I don't think that they would do one of those characters in the current fighter pass because of the comments that Reggie made about how oh, you didn't expect Joker. Well, the rest of the fighters are going to be just like this too. It's all everything is fair game. And maybe he could just be trying to fluff himself up basically, but I don't think you say that kind of thing if you're just going to end up doing Nintendo basic characters again.
right.
So yeah, Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm interested in it. It's far enough away that I don't know what else is coming out around July. I might be able to get that one when it comes out.
Right.
Um, I was expecting it to come out actually like in April or May, and then which of course they acknowledged they needed more time to finish it. So it's coming in July, but July right now I think seems pretty open. So besides Dragon Quest Builders coming out a little bit beforehand, but yeah, I might grab that one when it comes out.
Cool.
All right, next we're gonna talk about the game that I was just playing because it's available today, and you said that you were not interested in Tetris 99, which is the Tetris
Tetris
sort of
Battle Royale.
battle royale game, free to play, and I like it a lot. I mean, you have to like Tetris in order to like it, obviously.
I don't. I like Tetris, but stop for the love of God making BR games where they don't belong. Please, the BR trend needs to end. I'm a big fan of Apex Legends. I'm glad it came out, but I'm just getting sick of every game being like, you know, it would be really good if we made our game BR. No, like there's rumors about Halo Infinite having a BR mode. No, do not add Battle Royale into Halo. I will not buy it.
Just on the principle, gotta stand your ground. I think
I've said my piece.
I think this is like a fun little twist on it, because like I haven't quite figured out how to because you can like attack the other players in order to get them out. Like when your tank fills up, you're dead basically, and other people will try to fill up your tank. I haven't figured out how to like really. Maybe I'm just like not paying attention enough to figure out how to like, oh, I'm gonna go for that person and get them out, kind of a thing. But it's fun. I've been top 10 in most of my games. Sixth is the highest I've placed. The first game I didn't do very well. The one I played right before here, I didn't do well. but the games in between, I played I think 6 games, and I had a 4-game run where I was doing really well. So it's a nice time. I'm interested to play more of it just because I like Tetris a lot, and I can only play Puyo Puyo Tetris so many times. Next one, Dead by Daylight. So is that out on other platforms? You might know about this one. Is that
Yeah, it is. I talked to you about this. I have this on PC.
okay?
Uh, Personally, not a huge fan.
Okay.
My friend actually streams it. He plays it a lot. He's really good at it. I'm not good at it. I don't like it. But I can see where the appeal is. I will say it is fun every now and then, like if you're in the mood, but it's definitely not something that I want to just be like, okay, let's keep playing, let's keep playing, let's keep playing.
Right.
It is fun every once in a while. I do like playing Killer way more than Survivor. Survivor is very stressful, but I'm interested to see how it is going to do on Switch because I know it is very popularly received on PC. So
Did that have a release date? I didn't. I just wrote down 2019. I don't know if it had a
fall,
release date. Fall.
just
Okay.
said fall. It said fall.
So Halloween, basically. Yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of that is going to depend on the, Nintendo Switch Online infrastructure at the time. Which, interestingly, they might actually be using this game to try to entice people to subscribe again because that's going to be hitting right around the 1-year anniversary of the service coming out. And you hear a lot about people saying they released Smash right at the same time, so everybody would get online for Smash. And then what are they going to do in year 2 to get people to continue to subscribe? They got to have some games out, So this might be part of that plan to say, hey, look at all the great games you can play online on Switch. It's only $20 a year. That's a really great value. You should come over here. Moving on real quick, we'll talk about just mention Deltarune, which is by the same guy did Undertale, which is one of my favorite.
That's why it looks like Undertale.
Yes.
That was literally my comment. It looks like Undertale.
Yep, same guy. It is related to Undertale, but how is kind of right now. So this is the first chapter of the game, which has been available on PC and Mac since I think October maybe is when it first came out, somewhere around there. I've played most of it, and then I dropped off because other games came out. So I'm excited to pick it up. It is going to be free again, so if you've played Undertale, you should play Undertale first. Next, we have Daemon X Machina, which also has a demo that is out today. Yes. I've not looked at this one at all. I'm interested in the game.
Looks interesting. It looks like Verum Rex.
Yes, it does.
So, Verum Rex is because that was totally out of left field. Verum Rex is the game in Kingdom Hearts in the Toy Story level, just to put it in for reference, in case anybody hasn't played that.
Yes, it's a sort of game within a game within a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max. I haven't followed this one too much. Yeah, but the fact that there's a demo makes me excited because then I'll be able to try it to see if I want to see more. So
right.
I'll be playing that one shortly. Maybe we'll be able to follow up next time.
Cool.
Grid Auto Sport was next, summer 2019, realistic racing game. I don't really do racing games. I don't know about you.
No, the most I've done is like Forza. I think the last one I even played was like Forza 5, maybe. To me, if you play one racing game, you play them all, and we all know that Need for Speed Underground was the best racing game ever. So,
yeah,
no need to play anymore.
That's funny. Yeah, I would say I kind of just play Mario Kart.
Yeah,
and that's it. Next, they did. Where did my notes go? Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is coming to Switch, which is very surprising to me. The game continues to stick around and do well. I wanted to pick this up on PS4, never got around to it.
Do well. I heard that game flopped, like really bad.
No, it's done really, really well.
I might be thinking of a different one.
Yeah, maybe. It was made by Ninja Theory, the people who did the DMC Devil May Cry game, and
which was received horribly.
This one they did with their whole thing was that they did it independently, and they said they did it on like a much lower budget so they could sell it for I think only $30 at the time when it came out. and it was digital only originally, but then it did so well. I think it was actually a PS4 exclusive originally. Then it did well enough for them to put it on Xbox, and then they ended up doing a physical version of it that came out back in December, and now it's coming to Switch. So that's good news for them. I guess it really is doing well. Mortal Kombat, was it 11? I missed the number. I don't really have any
Yes,
interest in
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat
Kombat.
11.
So.
Mortal Kombat 11. It's exciting. I didn't think it would come to Switch.
Okay. Yeah, I was surprised too.
I'm very interested in, because I wasn't originally going to buy it, and now that I see that it's coming to Switch, I might, because I literally bring my Switch everywhere. Like to
Right.
any friend's house I go, I always bring my Switch in case, literally at any moment anybody's like, "Hey, you want to play Smash Bros? You want to play Mario Kart?" I'm like, "Yep, I got it right here. Let's go."
Yeah, let's do it.
So like if I add Mortal Kombat into that, I'm sure that'll be another exciting game to be able to play.
Right.
Because I do like Mortal Kombat. I didn't get Mortal Kombat X/10. I did play Mortal Kombat 9, even though it was just called Mortal Kombat. I played the hell out of that game on 360. So that was when the series rebooted at 9. That first one there. So like the story's been progressing since then. So I'm excited to see where they take it.
Cool. Was there a date for that one? I didn't write it down.
There is. I don't remember. I think it's June, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, apparently April 23rd is when it's supposed to come out for everything, except for in Europe, where for some reason the Switch version isn't coming out until May 10th. In Europe only, which is weird. It's my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Cool. Mortal Kombat 11. Next, there was Unravel 2, which is a sequel to a game I never played. Oh, you're excited about this one? Okay. Cool.
Oh my god, yeah.
Cool. Good.
Dude, I did not get to play Unravel 1, but I watched numerous YouTubers play through that game, and it is so cool.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Cool.
Now that I know that Unravel 2 is coming to Switch, I'm most definitely going to be getting it. That game is, if you haven't watched any game, like the whole game through, you really need to, because it's really cool. You really should. It's definitely your style too. It's a really cool game.
Was the first one like only on Xbox or something, or am I misremembering?
PC.
It's a PC game. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to check it out now. Cool. Unravel 2. It's March 22nd is that one, so I guess I have some time to figure out what I'm going to do. Then again, they rapid fired in there Assassin's Creed 3 remastered. I don't know if that was confirmed coming to Switch or not before that. I knew that it was existing in general. Meh.
I loved Assassin's Creed 3. That was one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games.
Was it? Okay, I wasn't sure.
I have stopped liking Assassin's Creed since that. So I don't know. I don't have any interest in the series anymore, because they turned into what Call of Duty does, and they pump out a game every year, and it just ruins it for me. So,
which they stopped, and now they're doing again. Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was one that people liked or not, but
it has very mixed views.
Is it?
You either love it or you hate it.
Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense. So yeah, it's May 21st. If you happen to be on the love it side, I have never played any Assassin's Creed game, so I will probably not be picking it up. Okay, next we get to talk about some Final Fantasy news, which is good for me personally. Final Fantasy VII is coming out on March 26th. Chocobo Mystery Dungeon, right? Everybody? I didn't write down the whole title.
Everybody is coming on March 20th. Buddy.
So that's a
mystery dungeon game.
Yeah, like an enhanced version of the game that was released on the Wii originally, I believe. Yeah, I'm interested in this one when it comes out March 20th.
I don't like the mystery dungeon style games, so I bought the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon for 3DS.
Like it.
Yeah. Oh, did I give it to you?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that. But yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, I haven't actually tried it, but I do like Chocobos, so I might give it a try. Give me 1 second here. What's up?
I guess we're buying that game when it comes out.
You like Yoshi?
Yeah.
Brenda likes Yoshi, everybody. It's my wife interrupting me to say that she liked the demo so much she wants to buy the game when it comes out. So good.
Cool.
Okay. Good. No night. Maybe we should leave that in.
It's hilarious.
Anyway, yeah, Chocobo Mystery Dungeon. All right, Final Fantasy IX is available today, right now.
How much does that cost? Did you check?
I did. It's $20, which is too much.
Nope. I'm not getting it.
I mean, no, I can't.
My whole thing with this, and I'm sure I don't know what your opinions are. I don't care how many times you put it on more platforms. Give me the freaking remaster or remake or whatever they're doing already.
Mm-hmm.
I want it, and I want it now.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a while.
I know, but I just want. I don't want to.
It's next gen.
I don't want to replay the original. I don't want to replay the original. I just want to. I want to play this remake.
Yeah. Eventually.
Yes.
I'd be very surprised if that ended up coming to Switch though, because it's probably going to move to the PS5 and Xbox
2.
So that's Final Fantasy. I'm a little disappointed that they have not updated us on Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles at all.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up. The fact that they didn't talk about that, because aren't we nearing when it was supposed to be released?
So I went back and double checked, and they actually only said 2019. For whatever reason, I was under the impression they said like early 2019, but the September Direct just said 2019. And maybe it was the fact that they opened the Final Fantasy section with that game that made me think that it was coming sooner than the others. But there's no updates on it right now. It's the only game from that original Switch announcement that has not had an update. So where is my Crystal Chronicles, basically?
Yeah.
Because I do want to replay that one for sure.
Yeah.
All right, moving out of Final Fantasy land to fast-paced action land.
Astral Chain, right?
Astral Chain, yeah. Which looks so cool.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it looks enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
It also looks really confusing from what they showed. Like, it just looked like there was a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, since I know nothing about Bayonetta, I was originally like, oh, is this Bayonetta 3? And then it was like, oh, wait, no.
That's funny.
Because I've never played Bayonetta, so I don't know. But it does look cool. I'm interested to know more. Just like what's it called, Oninaki.
Right.
I want to see more before, and like even they said in the direct that we'll get more news. And it said, I think what's his name said, oh, it looks like 2 people are fighting there, right? Guess you'll have to find out.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm waiting to see some more information on that, and then I'll decide whether it's worth buying or not.
Right.
It does look very Bayonetta style, though, like as far as the fighting goes.
And I thought that it looked kind of like Nier Automata, which is also made by Platinum Games, and has another similar quick action fighting type of style. And that game's also sort of sci-fi-y in tone. So yeah, I'm interested to see what this one pans out to be, because they make good action games in general. This one's set for August, and more information to come, I suppose, as they tease what that second player or character fighting thing means.
Yeah.
They also said that they're still working on Bayonetta 3. I'm surprised they mentioned it at all, but I guess since they had another Platinum game to mention, they had to. And so that is it, really, except for our very last game, which is a Switch remake, total remake, redo of Link's Awakening, the acclaimed Game Boy game from, I think it was 1993 is when it originally came out. And they did it actually had been remade once before. They did Link's Awakening DX, which was a Game Boy Color version that had a special dungeon at the end of it. But now it's getting like a full new art style and everything remake. So let's hear your thoughts on this one, Spence.
I'm so mad.
Not feeling it?
No, I'm not. First of all, Animal Crossing graphics is what it looks like. That alone pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Legend of Zelda should have that. I was cool with like the the Link Between Worlds graphics, like the updated style of that, like because that's kind of like Wind Waker-y, kind of like that. And then like the cartoon intro to show this game, I was like, okay, this looks cool. And then it just cuts to like this little chibi Link, like what? And like I said, I know nothing about the original game, but the second I saw a chain chomp, I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw him jump on Goombas, and I was just like, nope, not getting it.
Mm.
I might, since you said that there's a story reason why, I guess I might look into it. Like if you buy it, maybe I'll borrow it, but
Right.
I don't think that's coming out of my pocket. I'm not buying it.
Right. Okay. There are reasons for that, and I think I actually saw somebody in terms of the chibiness of Link. I think I saw someone on Twitter had pointed out that it looks as if they're using like the same proportions of all the characters and the entire like world as the original one. So that is why Link looks sort of like I called him squishy, because his sprite on the Game Boy would have looked that way. Excuse me. And I'm willing to give it a try. I think the art style when I first watched it was very jarring to me. I think it looks more like the Yoshi's Crafted World art style. It even has that same sort of vignette blur on the edges. But like when I went back and watched it a second time, I was more into it. Like I said, there is like a reason why it makes sense for that one to look sort of weird. And it's one of the best 2D Zeldas, out there, period. Everybody loves it. So I'm gonna give it a go. I'm interested. I'm sure, I didn't even check. I bet you can pre-order right now, and I bet it's like a full price of the game. I bet you it's $60.
If it's $60, there's no way in hell I'm getting it.
I really just butchered spelling awakening just now.
I mean, if it's like so acclaimed that it's like one of the fan favorites, I might look into it, but I don't think I'm gonna drop $60 on it. Like that does not.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it depends on not like I want to play the game. It probably just depends on when it comes out for me personally, because the fact that it is a remake of a game that, like, I have no problem going and just grabbing my Game Boy and playing the game right now if I want to, So I'm not really burning for a remake. I'm glad that it exists. I think it's cool that they're doing that because it gives them an opportunity to try out some, like, let them try out a weird art style, on a game that people are familiar with. Let them maybe introduce some new mechanics that weren't in the original version, if they want to see how a 2D Zelda could be done on the Switch, like let them do that. And then
Minish Cap remake?
Yeah. I'd like to see them do like an original 2D Zelda. Maybe this one is even like they're doing this to see if there's still a market for 2D Zelda after Breath of the Wild.
That could be true.
If it does numbers, maybe they'll go back and do something totally original. And if it doesn't sell at all, then they didn't waste a ton of resources because they were building on a game that already existed. So
that just made me think of something because you said like maybe like 2D Zelda. What would be really good on Switch because it wasn't very accessible when it came out?
Four Swords.
Yes.
Yeah.
In today's gaming market, with how many people have Switch, that game would be incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Because people love playing Switches, especially when you're all together. Like I said, like I bring my Switch everywhere. Like people love to play the Switch when we're all hanging out. When Four Swords was out, like it was either you played it on Game Boy or you attached it to your GameCube, and it wasn't exactly easy.
Right.
If you put that and ported it onto Switch, I think I could actually play the game then, because I never got to play it because of that.
Right.
So I would be interested in seeing something like that maybe, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if it is like apparently really good, obviously I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan, so I would definitely give it a try. But I don't know if $60 for a remake is necessarily something I want to do. I have no problem playing the original either. So
Yeah, that's just kind of Nintendo's, aggressive, everything must be full price all the time pricing, like even New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe was $60, for a remaster of a game that launched with the Wii U. Yeah, I think what you mentioned is sort of like why I'm also so excited to play Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, was because a huge component of that game was also involving like the Game Boys and the Game Boy adapter and all that extra junk, which was cool. But like, I played that game on Wii. I didn't have that functionality anymore, So
yeah.
um, the fact that like we can play that online, I think is interesting,
And that's what I mean. Like it's right now is the perfect time if you're going to introduce a multiplayer game, like couch gaming, I guess you can call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is what most people call it. That's like the big thing again. Like it used to, it went from that to online, 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 online. The Switch, honestly, in my eyes, it's like the perfect console because it has not only couch gaming, like tons of functionality with that, but it also has online and you can take it anywhere.
Right.
So Nintendo, you're doing great stuff. That's all I gotta say. But
Yeah.
and I'm excited for the next direct now. Hopefully, there's more information.
We're already speculating about the next direct.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, it's kind of funny because most of these games like aren't coming for a while, and I think that, I mean, this sort of confirms for me the reason why we didn't have a January direct is probably because, like Bayonetta 3 isn't ready yet. Metroid Prime 4 they had to delay. They had to delay Fire Emblem. Like these games, they don't really have any big games like in spring right now. I'm like looking
right.
at this list. There's like the April Smash update, Box Boy, Starlink content, but like from the end of March when Yoshi comes out until June when Super Mario Maker comes out, like they don't really have anything,
Right.
which isn't like to crap on Nintendo and say that they suck or they made a mistake or anything like that. It's just it seems as if maybe their development slate got shifted a little bit, and they don't really have as much coming out as quickly as they probably had thought initially, So I don't know. It's hard to say if we'll see another direct, before E3. I'm trying to let me see when what their last set of directs was like. Yeah, last year they did a January direct mini, and then they did a March direct, and then they had E3. I'm wondering now, are we going to get like an April or early May direct, with E3 so close at that point? Because like we're in a weird spot right now where it's like E3 is far enough away that you could sort of conceive of getting more updates. But once you get to the end of March, then you're like, okay,
Let me just wait.
why don't you
Yeah.
just wait, until E3? So I don't know. I could see them doing like an Animal Crossing direct or something, like a dedicated thing for a particular game, especially because they mentioned before, oh, we have more updates coming on some of these things, But
Right.
I guess at this point, I'm sort of like, I'm probably not going to hold my breath for another big direct like this one. Maybe another mini or something.
Well, either way, I'm still excited for E3 and some information about some of these games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's a good time to have a Switch, basically. Yeah. So I guess what would you say is the thing that you're most excited about out of all this stuff?
Oh my God, Marvel Ultimate Alliance
Marvel
3,
Ultimate Alliance,
100%.
okay.
I love the first two games, like I said. Close second would probably be Unraveled 2. And then I would say Oninaki.
Okay.
And then it's kind of depressing because I am such a huge Legend of Zelda fan that I'm not as excited as I would hope from a Legend of Zelda game. Like,
Right.
I saw that you put Link's Awakening. I was like, oh, a new Legend of Zelda game, and I wasn't even aware of the fact that this was a remake.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, my notes are just like in real time. I was like, last game, Link's Awakening, question mark, question mark, question mark. Then in all caps,
Yeah.
that's Link. And then Link's Awakening remake, question mark, question mark, question mark. And
Yeah, I
then
was like,
again in all
what?
caps, they made Link cute and squishy. What is this?
Yeah. I'm just like, I don't know. I have mixed opinions. Hopefully, I get more information on that. I'm gonna do a little research when we're not talking about
Mhm.
the original game, just to see like what the deal is and see if I actually want to play it. Like I said, if there is like a valid story reason as to why the characters are there, then I might actually be interested in playing it. But
Right.
we'll see.
So for me, I want to say that I'm most excited about Dragon Quest, but the fact that I have it on PS4 already sort of just makes it a bittersweet moment. Like,
Yeah, I kind of figured.
because I still don't know what I want to do. And then Yoshi obviously is cool for me because I really like Yoshi. I'm sort of like, I'm not really sure how I want to feel about Fire Emblem Three Houses, to be honest, because at first I was excited to find out more information about it. I was excited like hearing information about it. Afterwards, I was like, hell yeah, this looks great. I want this. I almost pre-ordered the collector's edition just because I got a tweet that it went up, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this, and I didn't, and now I just let it sit in the back of my head a little bit, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, just because
Hogwarts.
Yeah. Right now, because I played it, I actually really like Tetris 99, which is sort of a strange feeling. And I don't know, I am interested in seeing how Link's Awakening pans out. So
Yeah, I mean,
overall,
as much as I dumped on it, I guess I am excited to see how it pans out, just because I do love that series.
right.
So
Yeah, I think I'm kind of like middle of the road on most of this stuff, because everything comes with like a big caveat for me. So
I'm middle of the road on everything except for Marvel. So
yeah, cool. Maybe I'll go play this Yoshi demo and end up really, really loving it. That's going to be it for us for now. Stay tuned. As these games come out, we'll probably feature them, do some streams and things. Maybe I'll do some Tetris 99 streams.
that's all you, dude. Go ahead.
And maybe I can talk about the Yoshi demo. We'll see. There's lots of opportunities here for us to keep talking about stuff with you guys. Until then, if you're watching this on YouTube, hello. And you should subscribe to the channel to see the video versions of things as they come out. If you did not know that there is a podcast version, You can get it on iTunes. So whatever platform you like, we are there for you. You can follow us on Twitter at BrotherlyLoveG1 for updates on what we're doing, updates on videos and streams. Remember, we got the Apex Legends stream. There's a Kingdom Hearts stream coming up at some point in the future here as well.
I'm going to make a schedule for that. Just a quick plug. I'm going to make a schedule for that because I am going to do world by world, and it will be a proud mode run. I know I keep plugging it in, but I'm going to work out the details on the actual schedule, and then I'm going to tweet it out. So if you want to follow us on Twitter, that's where the information will be on that.
Do that. Okay, great. I'm also separately on Twitter at Alex Strine if you want to follow just me for some reason. And that's going to do it. Thanks everybody for listening / watching, and we'll see you next time.
Awesome.
Peace out.